This is your reigning 2023 World Finals Racing Champion from Paris, Texas, Tristan, England, JCB Digatron. Florida, are you ready for Monster Jam? Our first competition of the night is JCB Racing. All 12 trucks have been seated into the racing bracket based on their first race pass time of the previous event, which was last Sunday in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 4 of the fastest has an automatic advancement into round 2, while 8 drivers will race head-to-head with the 4 moving on into round 2. Miami, who's ready for JCB Racing? We're going to kick things off here in the gray lane. Please welcome Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. And in the blue lane, please welcome Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Gravedigger currently 1-0 in head-to-head matchups against Jester in the 2024 season. They're getting ready to line up and go head-to-head. Let's go racing! Your winner is Gravedigger. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger advances on into round 2 to see Mike Pagliarulo and Black Pearl. Gravedigger clocks in a time of 17.750. We're going to get set here for our next head-to-head matchup here while we take a look at the Super Glue glued to the action replay. And you can see the official racing bracket up on the video board as we get set for our second matchup coming up. In the gray lane, it's Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. And his opponent in the blue lane, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Megalodon 2-0 in head-to-head matchups here against Kraken as we get set to see who advance on into round 2. Time to go green! Your winner is Megalodon. Megalodon will advance on to see El Toro Loco and Jamie Garner in round 2. We're awaiting the official time from our Finish Links timing system, accurate to 1/10,000th of a second. And you can see the replay up on the video board. He clocks at a time of 18.737. Fastest time of the night so far belongs to Gravedigger with a 17.750 as we get set for our third head-to-head matchup. In the gray lane, it's Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. And in the blue lane, please welcome Colton Eichelberger, Max D. We're awaiting those staging lights, and they are lit as both of our opponents head to that starting line here. We will see who will advance on in JCB Racing. Time to go green! Your winner is Max D. Max D into round two. Shaker taking a little bit of a wild turn out on that blue lane as we take a look at the original Super Glue glued to the action replay. An 18.160 will be the official time for Colt Eichelberger and Max D. We are going to get ready here for our last head-to-head matchup in round one in the gray lane. It's Tristan England, JCB Dickatron. And his opponent, please welcome in the blue lane, Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. JCB Dickatron 3-0 in the head-to-head matchups this year against Lucas Stabilizer as they get ready to the line here. It's time to go racing! Your winner is JCB Dickatron. Tristan England and JCB Dickatron advance on to see John Gordon in bad company as we take a look at that replay of the finish there. Some smooth gliding around those poles, those turn poles for JCB Dickatron, and his official time is clocked in at 18.677.
This is round two of JCB Racing. The four fastest drivers have advanced to this round, and they're going to compete against the four drivers who had that automatic buy-in, but only four can make it to the semifinal round. So Miami, I have to ask you, who's ready for more JCB Racing?
In the blue lane, please welcome Mike Pagliarulo, Black Pearl. And advancing on into round two from round one in the gray lane, we've got Tyler Mendiga and Gravedigger. Now, Black Pearl had the fastest time of the first race pass last weekend, which got him that automatic advancement here into round two as we get set to go green. Your winner is Gravedigger. Gravedigger will advance on into your JCB semifinal round of racing. A great race between these two competitors here, but it was Tyler Mendiga and Gravedigger who will advance on. And he crosses the finish line with a time of 18.334. He still holds the fastest time of the night, though, with a 17.750. We're going to move on to our second head-to-head matchup in the gray lane. Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Advancing on into round two there in the blue lane, we've got Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. This is the first time meeting for these two this season, so we will see how this fares out here between the two as they get ready to do battle in JCB Racing. The winner will take on Gravedigger in the semifinal round. They must get a time faster of 18.334 to get lane choice. Your winner is El Toro Loco. Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco advance on into your semifinal round. And it looked like Megalodon might have lost a little bit of power there. A 19.317 for El Toro Loco, which means Gravedigger will have lane choice. And you can see Megalodon heading potentially there to the back. He did lose a little bit of power, it looked like, on the last turn there on the blue lane. So we'll get an update there from our pit reporter, KCG. We're going to take a look there at the replay. El Toro Loco, Jamie Garner advance on into the semifinal round. Coming up next is Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. And in the gray lane, advancing on into round 2, we've got Colton Eichelberger and Max D. And Great Clips Mohawk Warrior 1-0 in head-to-heads here in the 2024 season against Max D. Waiting for those staging lights. Both of those staging lights need to be lit for both of our competitors there on the first baseline and the third baseline. Looks like they're on the first baseline. We're having some staging light issues. There's no lights for Max D and only one light for Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. And now it looks like they're being reset there. Max D heading to the line. It is a wild finish for both of our competitors. We're going to have to go to a photo finish, and the official time brought to you by our Monster Jam officials up in the booth and our Finish Links timing system. Your winner is Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. He crosses the finish line with a time of 18.661, and that puts him in the semifinal round. This is our last head-to-head matchup in round 2 in the gray lane. Please welcome John Gordon, Bad Company. And advancing on into round 2, there in the blue lane, we've got Tristan England and JCB Digatron. Digatron 4-3 in head-to-heads against Bad Company. So if Bad Company can even out the score, it'll be 4 apiece for both of them here this season. John Gordon and Bad Company was our racing winner last Sunday. Looking to pull it off again here tonight. 12 points on the line for all of our competitors as he heads to the starting line. Time to go racing! Your winner is JCB Digatron. Take a look at the replay from Tristan England and JCB Digatron. 18.044, which means he will have a lane choice coming in to the semifinal round against Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. This Tristan England, JCB Digatron. In the blue lane, he's your 2023 World Finals Great Clips Skills Challenge winner from Oskaloosa, Iowa, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. It's time to go racing. It's coming down to the official review from our Monster Jam officials up in the booth and our Finish Links timing system. What a race by these two competitors. 1 and 2 in our series season's points chase. Gravedigger currently leading, and 14 points right behind him is JCB Diggatron. Your winner is Tyler Menninga Gravedigger with a time of 18.578. Miami, let's make some noise right now for your JCB Racing winner, taking home the first 12 points of the night, Tyler Menninga Gravedigger. And he extends his racing competition wins here in the 2024 season. He will go into that competition now with 7 racing wins.
Tyler, congratulations. We have seen this racing final between you and Tristan many times, but you looked comfortable, cool, calm, collected out here on the track and claimed your 7th racing win.
Yeah, you know, that's the key, is just being cool, calm, and collected in that truck, not getting overdriving that truck. And this corner down here where I'm parked was man, it was messed up. There was ruts everywhere. It was throwing you everywhere. So I had a little trick that I was using, and it worked perfectly here tonight. But I have a question for you guys. Are you guys having fun at Monster Jam so far tonight?
These fans are already loving the action, and there is so much more to come. Coming up next, it is the Skills Challenge, and there's a lot of opportunity out here on this track. So talk to us about how you're going to approach this competition.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if you guys seen, but I almost crashed after my race with the Toro Loco there. The big debate today has been, are bicycles going to be possible with this slick dirt? And I'll tell you right now, they are possible, because I felt what happened right there in that dirt. But I can tell you one thing, I didn't come here for racing. It's the Skills Challenge, and then what I really came for is Monster Jam Freestyle. So buckle up, Miami. It's about to get wild in here tonight.
Let's hear it for your Monster Jam Racing winner, Tyler Menninga Gravedigger.
We are ready to kick things off here. Our first competitor, Matt Pagliarulo, Jester.
Make some noise for Matt Pagliarulo, driver of Jester. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. You see the QR code. You can scan that QR code or head to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds, Miami.
And you can see the official replay on the video board, brought to you by the original Super Glue. And that is a slap wheelie on the first attempt. And we've got a little combination on the second attempt. A popper back into a moonwalk, back into a little bit of a reverse popper there at the end. Didn't fully get it. If we can take a look. Oh, there it is. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look to see where you put Jester. Your score is 5.326 for Jester. We're going to meet our second competitor to hit the track here. It's Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken.
tienen 20 segundos para ingresar esos puntos ahora. You have 20 seconds to lock those scores in.
An incredible first attempt. We had a popper back into a moonwalk, back into a reverse popper with the save. The back BKT tires clip the lip of the Monster Jam pod. And then we had a bicycle attempt on that second attempt. Scores are locked in for you fans. 7.519 now puts him in the lead. We're coming up on our third competitor, Ryan Disharoon, Shaker.
Let's hear it for Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores, Miami, at judgeszone.com.
Shaker uses the race lane and gets a wheelie, a reverse popper into a wheelie, and then tries for the middle pod, a popper. Time to get those scores locked in, judgeszone.com. Use that replay as well to help you lock in those scores accurately and fairly. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look to see where you put him. And you gave him a score of 5.042. Coming up is our fourth driver to hit the track. It's Lizzie Reed, Lucas Stabilizer.
Un fuerte aplauso para la única chica en la serie, Lindsay Reed, Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Miami, es tiempo para someter esos puntos ahora. You have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in.
And we're going to use that replay for Lucas Stabilizer to get those scores in, and of course the QR code up on the video board as well. If you've not started scoring, you can do so at any time. This is a perfect time to get those scores in. And speaking of scores, they are locked. Let's take a look to see. You gave her a 3.600. We're moving on to our fifth competitor, Mike Pagliarulo, Black Pearl.
Let's hear it for Mike Pagliarulo, Black Pearl. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Mike Pagliarulo and Black Pearl throwing down 2 great attempts. We had a popper. You can see there on the replay. Again, use that replay to get those scores locked in as we see the moonwalk now for Black Pearl. Scores are in. Your score to beat from his brother, Nick Pagliarulo, cracking 7.519. Florida, your score for Black Pearl is 7.795. He's now your new leader. Our next driver to hit the track is Cole Eichelberger, Max D.
Buscando a destruir a la competencia, tenemos a Colton Eichelberger, Max D. Miami tiene que sacar esos teléfonos y escanear el QR code en la pantalla y someter sus puntos.
We can see the replay on the video board of the maximum moonwalk for the first attempt using the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. And then we go into that second attempt from Colton Eichelberger and Maxie. The scores are locked in. Let's see where you put him at. The score to beat Black Pearl, 7.795. Miami, your score for Max D is 8.722. He's now the new leader. Coming up next, it's Todd LeDuc, Megalodon.
Let's hear it for Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores, Miami, at judgeszone.com.
Time to get those scores in for Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. You can see up on the video replay the fish going out a little bit for a swim as he gets a popper on the nose right there for Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. Scores are locked in. Let's take a look. Your score to beat Max D, 8.722. Your score for Megalodon is 8.460. Still the lead, Max D. Our 8th competitor up, it's John Gordon, Bad Company. We are waiting to see if he's going to get another attempt. And I am getting word from our Monster Jam officials up in the booth. He will not get another attempt. So scoring is now open. He has crossed the boundary. Scoring is now open for John Gordon and Bad Company, taking Bad Company out there for a little bit of a bicycle. We need you to get those scores in for that one attempt from John Gordon, Bad Company, as you have 3 seconds left on the clock at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. Your score for Bad Company coming up on the video board is a 5.894. We've got our 9th driver up. It's Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Waiting to see if Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco will be able to get his second attempt in. That was one attempt for El Toro Loco, and unfortunately for him, that will be the end. It sounds like there's a transmission issue. Nonetheless, let's just give him some love and show El Toro Loco some love here on the Great Clip Skills Challenge. He had a new engine replaced last weekend, and now it sounds like there's a transmission issue. We'll get some info a little bit later from our pit reporter, Casey G. He will be hooked back up from our JCB equipment and taken back to the back to get assessed. Scores are locked in. Let's see where you gave El Toro Loco. Up on the video board, his scores coming up. Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, a 4.266. Our 10th competitor up, it's Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior.
El atleta con más estilo es Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Miami ya llegó el momento, tienen 20 segundos para ingresar esos puntos. You have 20 seconds to lock those scores now.
Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, takes a page out of Max D and creates his own moonwalk using our backflip ramp, as you can see on the original Super Glue glued to the action replay, and a save there at the end as he gets caught on the corner. Scores are locked in. Score to beat Max D, 8.722. Your score for the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is 8.809. He's now your new leader. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior now is in the top spot with an 8.809, followed by Max D with an 8.722. Megalodon sits now in the third spot, while Black Pearl, Kraken, and Bad Company round out our top six. We have two more to remain here in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. It is still anybody's game here in our second competition. Of course, you fans are playing a crucial role, so make sure you hold your friends, your family, your neighbors, whoever's sitting next to accountable to get those scores locked in. Are you guys ready to see some more Great Clips Skills Challenge? Our next driver up, it's Tristan England, JCB Digatron.
Miami, make some noise for Tristan England, JCB Gigatron. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Both of those attempts, he's hanging out on those front two BKT tires, and on that second attempt, walks half the length of our Monster Jam track. Scores are locked. Great Clips Mohawk Warriors, your score to beat with an 8.809 Miami. Let's take a look at your score coming up. .345. He's now your new leader. He is our final competitor. Coming up, it's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger.
A ver esos fuertes aplausos para Tyler Manninga, Gravedigger. Miami, ya llegó el momento. You have to lock those scores in. Tienen 20 segundos para ingresar a sus puntos.
What a save as we take a look at that replay. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger showing how unstoppable he is. Time to see if your cheers will reflect the score here at judgeszone.com. Big score to beat. Score to beat is JCB Digatron with a 9.345. Florida, your score for Gravedigger is 9.037, which means your winner of the Great Clip Skills Challenge, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. A huge congratulations to Tristan England and JCB Digatron. He now has his second Great Clip Skills Challenge win of the 2024 season. Let's throw it down to Casey.
Tristan, a huge congratulations to you, claiming your second Skills Challenge win on the season. When it comes to the series championship, it is a all-out war between you and Gravedigger. Every point matters. This win is huge.
Hey, I'm just going to touch on it one more time. I talked about it at the beginning of the event. That Gravedigger truck has been around for 43 years. I have a lot of respect for the Gravedigger team and the Andersons. But I'm telling you guys right now, I am sick and tired of seeing that thing dig graves. So I've got my digger arm on my JCB Digatron, and I'm out here trying to dig through the competition, but it's you guys that got it done, Miami. You guys had the vote. You decided who was going to win, and man, it feels good. Thank you guys. Woo!
He is headed into our final competition of the day, Monster Jam Freestyle, with big momentum. And when it comes to this track design, this is a big floor. There's a lot of space to air it out, to get some big air. What are your plans for Freestyle?
I always plan on just doing one hit, and then I let the truck kind of tell me what it wants to do. So I'm planning on one hit. I'm not going to tell you guys. You'll just have to wait and see. But I need your energy, Miami. I know how crazy you guys are. We love you. Are you ready for more?
Well, a huge congratulations to Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger and Tristan England and JCB Digatron. An exciting first half, but right now we are at halftime. Be sure to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise, and meet us right back here to hang out with Pepito, Charlie, we got Billy the Marlin, and much, much more.
We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle!
Let's hear it for Cole Eichelberger and Max D. Scoring is open, and what a crazy ride there from Colton Eichelberger and Max D. We take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. Some great air, great use of the entire track. There he is. Let's make some noise for Colton Eichelberger and Max D. And the Morgan and Morgan backflip almost got a consecutive backflip. Scores are locked in. What a way to start things off. Your score for Max D is 8.789 to kick things off. Cole Eichelberger, Max D. The clock has paused for Kraken, getting the signal that if he can refire to continue on his run. Remember, our drivers must complete 30 seconds to qualify for a score. Clock is paused now at 45 seconds for Kraken. He has the green light. And scoring will now be open there for Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. Time to get those scores locked in. And in the meantime, let's show them some love. Let's make some noise there for Kraken. A few more seconds there left on the clock here at judgeszone.com. But keep in mind, the original super glue, glued to the action replay, is a highlight package of all the great moves from each and every one of these drivers. So keep in mind to use that replay to lock in your scores. All right, your scores are in now for Kraken, and you gave him a 6.683. We're going to continue to move things right along here in our Monster Jam Freestyle competition with our third driver. He's coming to the track, Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. Ryan Disharoon and Shaker looking for his first competition win of the 2024 season. He debuted his brand new Monster Jam truck back in 2022 and has a lower center of gravity. It's built for speed, but also you should be well aware that during the freestyle runs, you might see some really great slap wheelies. You might see some big air. Ryan Disharoon and Shaker built his truck, fabricated it himself there at the metal shop. He hails from Del Mar, Maryland, and he is ready to attack the track now. Let's make some noise for our next competitor, Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. people.
Let's hear it for Ryan Disharoon Shaker. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
What a freestyle from Flying Ryan. We're taking a look at that replay and the Morgan & Morgan backflip, landing it for the people. Score to beat coming up. Your score to beat, Maxi, 8.789. Your score for Shaker is 8.988. He's now your new leader. We're going to go to the leaderboard right now, and Shaker takes the top spot, followed by Maxi with an 8.789. Kraken currently sitting in third, as we are going to get ready to meet our next competitor here in Monster Jam Freestyle. So coming up next, we will see Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. The Morgan & Morgan backflip. The clock is paused at 20 seconds. And now there's 13 seconds left on the run for Todd LeDuc and Megalodon, waiting to see if he'll be able to finish out his run.
Let's put your hands together and see those shark bites for Todd LeDuc in Megalodon. Miami, it's your time to shine. Take out those phones and score now.
Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, getting a great look at the track throughout his freestyle run, riding the waves on the bicycle. Use that QR code to get those scores locked in if you're not already logged on to judgeszone.com. Your scores are in. Let's take a look to see where you put Megalodon in this competition. Your score coming up, it is a 7.848. Well, a big shout out to all of his technicians in the back, Coming up next, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. He eyes the Morgan & Morgan backflip. Let's hear it for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Turn the cheers into some scores at judgeszone.com. What a wild finish for El Toro Loco and the Crazy Bull. And Jamie Garner landing the Morgan & Morgan backflip as we take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Some great looks there on the track from Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco. And we need you to get those scores in as quickly as possible. The score to beat coming up, 8.988 from Shaker. Florida, your score for El Toro Loco is 9.025. He's now your new leader. Well, before we get into the freestyle action, we're going to turn our attention to Stadium Championship Series West, where it was Chris Kohler and Northern Nightmare who took home the freestyle win. It was the first time driving Northern Nightmare for him and the first time competing in his hometown and the first freestyle win of the season. You can take a look at the video board for some highlights of that run. Northern Nightmare making its appearance back into Monster Jam, driven by Chris Kohler, laying down a burner of a freestyle. Getting some crazy looks at the track here. Chris Kohler and Northern Nightmare, he gets the freestyle win. And speaking of freestyle, you can take a look where we stand in our competition here for freestyle. Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, is in the top spot with a 9.025, followed by Shaker with an 8.988. Max D, Megalodon, and Kraken round out our top 5. We still have some more exciting drivers and Monster Jam trucks to hit the track as we get set to see some more freestyle action. Coming up, it's John Gordon, Bad Company. The clock is paused at 70 seconds, and it sounds like Bad Company has completely shut off. He does have the green light there, and it is now red for John Gordon and Bad Company. Scoring is now open. Time to get those scores locked in for John Gordon and Bad Company at judgeszone.com. Not sure what exactly is going on there with Bad Company. Maybe an electrical issue, especially if he's shut off. We're going to take a look at that highlight package. Slap wheelie, big air, some nice moves, and then of course we see a little bit of a lost power situation from Bad Company. Scores are locked in, and for our 6th competitor, you gave him a 4.216. We're going to continue moving on here with our 7th competitor, Mike Pagliarulo, Black Pearl. Clock is paused at 91 seconds for Black Pearl. And I'm looking at those lights. It looks like there is a red light. There's unfortunately no score. That will be the end of the run for Black Pearl. He lost rear wheel drive. I'm getting word now. He lost rear wheel drive. So that will put a premature end there to his run. Nonetheless, let's make some noise there for Mike Pagliarulo and Black Pearl. Show him some love coming out here to compete here tonight in round 13. No score for Mike Pagliarulo and Black Pearl as we continue to move on with our next driver to hit the track in Monster Jam Freestyle, Matt Pagliarulo, Jester.
Let's give it up for the clown with the most talent. It's Matt Bagliarulo, Jester. Miami, it's time to slide that BKT tire up or down and lock in those scores.
Jester completing his freestyle run and ending it, getting dizzy out on the track with a donut. Of course, use that replay to get those scores in. Scores are in. Your score to beat is a 7.849 from Megalodon, and your score to beat is a 8.988 or 9.025 from El Toro Loco, and your score for Jester coming up on the video board, 8.817. We got Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior coming up next. Clock is paused at 22 seconds, but it looks like that will be the end of his run. Steering ram, I believe. And scoring is now open for Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Gets the backflip and then ends up on the front two BKT tires as we take a look at his highlight package. Great technical moves. Great backflip there from the Morgan & Morgan backflip. Let's see those scores come in. Let's see those scores now at judgeszone.com. Your score to beat, 9.025 from El Toro Loco. Your score for the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is 9.061. He's now your new leader.
Here to talk about his freestyle, it is Colton Eichelberger, Max D. Colton, I want to talk about your freestyle. Great momentum, big air. It almost looked like you were going for the consecutive backflip.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, going first is not easy at all. You know, no one's seen anything. So you guys being the judges, it's really hard going first to get a really good score. Now, at the end of that, I was very happy with an 8.7. I wanted to do so much more, but the truck kept going in and out. I don't know if it's EFI or what it is, but there's a lot left more, and a lot of my buddies are going to go out there and they're going to do something pretty wild. It's only going to get better.
One of the things about freestyle is that it's unexpected. I think that when it comes to other competitions, maybe you can plan out your hits for skills, but when it comes to freestyle, those saves are unexpected. It's something you can't plan for. So talk about how as a driver, you have to in some ways get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we always say we're out of control but in control. Right there was a fine example of Bryce Kenny. He was out of control, his backflip was awesome, and then all of a sudden, the snap of a finger, he's in control. Bryce has got family here. He just killed it. Let's go, Miami!
Get those trucker signals going here for our next competitor, Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. She looks at the Morgan & Morgan backflip.
Let's hear it for Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. It's up to you, Miami.
And this is why she's your 2019 World Finals Freestyle Champion. What a freestyle. She definitely made up for the Great Clip Skills Challenge when she had some issues there on the track. Let's see where you put Lucas Stabilizer at. 9.075. She's now your new leader. What a freestyle run from Lindsey Reed and Lucas Stabilizer. Showing how it's done out on the track as we take a look at the Super Glued to the Action replay. Lands the backflip, gets some great saves, some great off-balance saves as well. Some big air, great momentum. That puts her in the top spot, right below her. Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco currently sitting in third. Fourth is Shaker, Jester sitting in fifth, and Maxty currently are your top six. We told you, Monster Jam fans, it is going to come down to Monster Jam Freestyle in order to be crowned the overall event champion. It will be up to you to decide. These last two competitors battling it out right now for our overall event championship. You can see where it's at right now. BKT overall event leaderboard. Gravedigger currently with 23, followed by JCB Digatron. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is right behind them in third. Max D, Black Pearl, and Megalodon is in your top 6. So we're going to get to see here our second to last competitor, Tristan England, JCB Digatron.
There's not a track in this world he can't tear up. It's Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Miami, you gotta scan that QR code and lock in those scores now.
He throws down a great freestyle run here as we take a look at that highlight package from JCB Digatron, landing the Morgan & Morgan backflip, as well as getting some big air, some nice technical moves snuck in there as well in his run with the slap wheelie. Score to beat, Lucas Stabilizer 9.075. Miami, your score for JCB Digatron is 8.126. I hear some boos out there. Fans, keep in mind, you and only you decided that score at judgeszone.com. So if you did not like that score, you got to hold your friends, your family, your neighbors, whoever you're standing by, sitting by, accountable to make sure you put in those scores accurately and fairly. It is not up to anybody else but you, the fans, at judgeszone.com. So that puts him right now in the lower 6th spot of our freestyle competition. Lucas Stabilizer still holding strong, 9.075. Keep in mind, that it is coming down to our freestyle competition here. The highest of the freestyle scores will be considered your winner, your overall event champion. As we're gonna get set here to meet our last competitor. Don't go anywhere. Our last driver is about to take to the track here for our final competition, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger.
Miami, make some noise for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
What Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger can do out on the track is something that I hope you all caught on your phones. Some great saves, some big air, amazing technical moves. Your scores are locked in. Your score to beat, Lucas Stabilizer 9.075. Miami, your score for Gravedigger is... with a score of 9.496, your freestyle winner, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, your freestyle winner. And what a freestyle it was. If you've been keeping track on the points as well, we told you it was going to come down to freestyle here. And with 35 points, your overall event champion is also Tyler Menega, Gravedigger. Takes home the freestyle win and your overall event champion here tonight at Lone Depot Park. $12 points in racing, 12 points in the freestyle, and coming in second there in the skills challenge. A near perfect event for Tyler Menega and Gravedigger. He is your overall event champion here tonight in round 13. You can see where we were in the BKT overall event leaderboard. Coming in second was Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, JCB Digatron in third, Max D in fourth, El Toro Loco in fifth, Megalodon in sixth. Miami, let's make some noise for your freestyle champion and your overall event champion, Tyler Menega, Gravedigger.
Tyler, congratulations on your 11th overall event championship. I do not even have words for what you just did out here with freestyle. The entire audience was up on their feet. It was save after save after save. Talk to us about your win.
Yeah, you know what? That Gravedigger truck right here, 40 years, over 40 years you guys have supported this truck, and that's what you guys come to see right there. Ragged edge, crazy freestyles, and thanks to this guy keeping this truck tight, I could come out here and give it to you guys. I love each and every one of you guys for supporting this truck, and I cannot wait to come back to Miami. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next year, baby!
Well, a huge congratulations to our overall event champion, Tyler Menega and Gravedigger. You still have time to head up to the concourse and grab your official Monster Jam merchandise, but Karina, you know, it's been so fun to have you here. It's been so fun to implement you in here, and especially for our Latino community. So, well, I mean, did you have fun here with Stadium Championship Series East?
Oh, I definitely had a lot of fun. Yo me divertí muchísimo. Muchísimas gracias a ustedes por tenerme este fin de semana con ustedes. Espero que todos los latinos se divirtieron muchísimo porque todavía nos falta uno más mañana en la tarde.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
Yeah,
you're definitely excited. I know, Jabari, we have had so much fun in the stands. I saw all of the fans out there cheering and so excited. What was your best takeaway here for the weekend?
Best takeaway, of course, are all the fans here in Miami. You guys rock, and I cannot wait to come back tomorrow and do it all over again with you, Miami.
Yes, we are so excited. Be sure to grab your tickets now. Of course, meet us back here tomorrow for round 14, week 7 here of Stadium Championship Series East. On behalf of KCG, Jabari Thomas, Karina Encarnacion, I'm Kay Young. We hope you had fun. We hope to see you tomorrow at our next Monster Jam.